I'm a big believer in getting money where the money is, and the money is in Washington. And I've learned from my Olympic experience that if you have people that really understand how Washington works and have personal associations there, you can get money to help build economic development opportunities. And I want to go after every grant, every project, every department in Washington to assure that we're taking advantage of economic development opportunities. And finally, and perhaps the most extensively, an aggressive outreach program to market the South Coast, Central Mass, Western Mass, the Merrimack Valley, downtown Boston, to market ourselves as the place to consider to come locate, to expand, to grow. And that's an effort which I would undertake not only in association with the work groups, but on a personal basis. Let me just note that this is not new for me. This is not something I have not done before. This is what I have done in other settings. At the Olympics, for instance, the first thing I did was, among others, was sitting down with David D'Alessandro at Hancock. They made a statement saying they were going to withdraw their support of the Olympic Games. I sat down with him and said, why have you said that? What do we have to do to rebuild your confidence? And was able to do that. They re-signed as a sponsor, I guess about a year later. Lost opportunities. Johnson & Johnson had said they were very close to signing as an Olympic sponsor, changed their mind and withdrew. I met with them, and with the head of their marketing, and said, why? What did we do wrong? And she described what we did wrong. In terms of job-warning sources of capital to fund growth at home, I was on the board, was on the board of Staples. At the time, Staples was deciding where to put their new corporate headquarters. You know, it helps to have people on the board, and others say, you know, all of the things being equal, I sure hope you stay here. Make a big difference to all of us if you stay here. And those kinds of personal considerations actually make a difference. I've been there. I've watched employers think about where they're going to be, and if their friends and associates are saying, boy, we sure need you to stay here, that can help overcome some of the other obstacles that might come up. Launching collaborative projects, actually the whole Winter Games was a combination of the federal, state, and local governments along with private enterprise. Boosting the federal government involvement, we actually received over $410 million from the federal government for the Olympic Games. That is a huge increase over anything ever done before. We did that by going after every agency of government. I mean, the person who helped me in that is a woman named Cindy Gillespie. And I mean, she had so many ideas. Her idea, for instance, was, gosh, we need to give kids the opportunity to go to the Olympics and Paralympics. Following the Olympics was an Olympics for disabled citizens. And she said, why don't I get the Department of Education to buy tickets to the Paralympics so that high school and grade school kids could go to the Paralympics. And she literally got, I believe the number was over $1 million of Department of Education funding to buy tickets for kids. This way, we got kids there, we also got additional revenues that we wouldn't have had. That kind of creativity I want to bring to everything we do. And finally, in terms of aggressive outreach and marketing, my experience in all dimensions of my life has been in marketing,